So I'm thinking we start right here. So I just moved back to Snoqualmie, Washington. And Snoqualmie is actually where I went to high school. Any of you have heard me in my speeches, you know I moved a lot growing up. I moved back to Snoqualmie, Washington. It's about 30 miles, 25 miles east of Seattle. So here I am, age 51, I guess I am now, 51. Moved back to Snoqualmie. It's really awesome. And so I'm going to grab some coffee. One of the things I love about my new place is it's literally about 100 feet to the coffee shop every morning. So anyway, it's like 75 feet, maybe 100 feet to the coffee shop. And so you're going to see that just in the short little time that we're walking here, that's about how far it is. So anyway, we're going to go get some coffee. The Snow Valley Coffee Company. A lot of people go to Starbucks. Not everybody goes to Starbucks, but this one's close. And so we're going to jump on in here, and I'll catch you on the inside.
Wow! Come on, move along. I said, baby, I know you're on a roll. Sweet honey, let's take it real slow. You know we got what you need, baby. So take it, move along.
When you travel, how do you stay productive when you get on an airplane?
You know, it's kind of interesting because people are always talking about how do they become more productive, you know, at work, at home, all these different kinds of things. And the fact is that one of the best times you can do your productive work is on the airplane. I was traveling, you know, and I rarely work on the airplane because I find it an atmosphere for me personally where it's not particularly productive, but I know, like my buddy Brian Tracy, one of the great all-time legends, right? I think the guy's written more books on an airplane than I've written books. And so for me, I just buy magazines, I catch up on my reading, newspapers, but I'm not laptop guy. Laptop guy in coach is this guy, right?
Right.
But no, first class laptop guy, you got everything, your glass of wine and whatever. No, I think the most important thing is to be productive. First of all, make sure you're wired up. And almost all the airplanes now have, you know, the cords, and you plug in, you can keep it charged, or at least make sure that it's charged, depends on how long your flight is or whatever. And then you got the guy sitting next to you that wants to talk, and you're trying to work, and you're kind of looking over like, yeah, sure, right. You're trying to work, and they just going, hey, where are you from? What do? You like to golf? You know, all that kind of stuff. Just really focusing, you know, making sure that you are putting everything else out. One of the best things to deter people from talking to you is earphones.
Tell me about the worst flight you ever had.
Probably, and it was kind of funny. I was flying Alaska Air, and I was sitting in the middle, but there was this guy, huge guy, not fat, but just gigantic, like 6'9", 380. Literally looked like somebody who was World Wrestling Federation or something like that. I sat like this most of the time. And so I was flying Alaska, and I love Alaska, best airline ever. And I tweeted to them, and they respond immediately. I wonder if Alaska Airlines is going to pay for my chiropractor when I get off this flight. And they immediately respond, and they say, well, what's up? And I said, I got this gigantic human being sitting next to me who really should have bought 2 seats. And so I said, I'm sitting next to this guy. They write back, they must have some air-to-air or ground-to-air communication.
Yeah.
Because they basically said, she said, or he, whoever was answering the Twitter thing, says, he should have bought 2 seats. They must have had nice. The stewardess come down and check. Before I even got off the flight, they tweeted me back and said, we've just deposited a gift certificate in your, it was $150 or $250. I think it was $250. I mean, Alaska is the best airline.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. I actually did have one. I did have one where there was a woman with a cat.
Really?
And it was her comfort cat.
Okay.
And I was in first class, I think, and I'm not deathly allergic to cats.
Yeah.
But if I'm even in the vicinity, I start sneezing, my eyes get really bad.
Right.
And so I'm tweeting to Alaska Airlines because they respond, right? And I'm like, you know, I paid for first class, and I'm trying to enjoy a meal, and I've got like a 30-pound cat 24 inches from my face.
Right.
Well, that's a comfort animal, and there's nothing we can do about it. And I started thinking, you know what? I'm just going to get like a giant anaconda and call it my comfort snake. Anyway, so productivity on the airplane. First of all, you have to decide if that's what you're going to do. I never work on the airplane. I'm too ADD, too much going on, whatever. I just like to read a magazine. Mainly, I'm just a reader.
Cool.
I'm not doing a lot of work on the airplane.
What's the plan for today?
What's the plan for today?
Yeah. What are you doing today?
I got coaching calls. Got a couple meetings. I got a pre-coaching call. When people hire me for coaching, they either get one call a month for 6 months or a year, or 2 calls a month for 6 months or a year.
Yep.
But the very first thing I do with them is I send them what I call confidential personal profile, where they were born, their birth order, their parents, their relationship with their parents, business successes, health, spirituality. It's interesting how that works, because a lot of times people don't realize how much their life affects who they are now, because we think, oh, okay, well, my personal life's a disaster, whatever. This is work. But you don't realize, like even if you're fighting with your spouse in the morning and you go off to work, it's hard to put that away, and it affects your work, your efficiencies at work, your attitude at work, your mentality, motivation, whatever. So, all right, let me eat my scone first.
All right, sure. We gotta climb up outside.
Well, we should go to different coffee shops. Then that's when we could do the driving thing.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. That's great.
So, a little tour.
Yeah.
Come groove on. You gotta feel it. Yeah, you gotta move along. You gotta feel it. You gotta.
All of this land, which now probably has 6,000 homes on it or something like that, was Weyerhaeuser land.
All this was Weyerhaeuser.
Yeah, it was all Weyerhaeuser land. And now, as you can see, strip malls and nice street. And this is in a little town called Snoqualmie, which used to be population of about 4,500 when I was going to high school here. If you look back down the street, you can kind of see this is just one of the side streets. And you got credit unions, and there's a grocery store, and dry cleaners, and restaurants, and everything. And I love it. It's a great little town. I went to Mount Si High School, class of '84, go Wildcats. Oh, for those of you who don't know Snoqualmie, you can Google Snoqualmie Falls. Snoqualmie Falls is, I think it's twice the size of Niagara Falls in terms of height. It's really skinny. Safeway going in down there, which is probably going to do damage to the little grocery store up there.
Yeah, a little bit. Here, let's walk over and check out the brewery. And then here, you can't walk past that point. I don't know why. Yeah, Snoqualmie's great. A little foggy today.
It is a little foggy today. I just moved from Scottsdale like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
118 today in
118 in Scottsdale today.
You just left in time.
And now, well, I don't know though. I mean, I moved to Scottsdale for a number of reasons. I love the sun. I've always loved Scottsdale. And then I moved back here. It was 106 when I left Scottsdale, like on May 28th or 29th, whenever I left. Drove up the coast. Well, not really the coast, but I went to Vegas, then to Reno, then to Eugene, then to Seattle. I got up here and everybody's wearing like tank tops and shorts and like, oh, it's amazing, it's 65. And I'm like, 65? It's freezing. I was wearing jeans and shirts and socks, and everybody else is talking about how warm it is and amazing it is. That's the funny thing in Scottsdale. You get people wearing sweaters when it's 75 degrees out.
It's insane. All right, let's check out this hotel.
They're not staying with us. They're staying at the Hampton Inn.
Yeah.
There's no excuse now. We've got a Hampton Inn. They're staying up there.
Yeah. Awesome.
If we go to the bar, if we go to the pub, we can't call it coffee.
But I like the idea
Special
of coffee
edition
with Chris.
of Coffee with Chris.
Yeah.
Beer with Chris.
I'm going to edit that out too.
Right. All right, that's it for Coffee with Chris. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment below. Be sure to tell everybody. Be sure to subscribe because pretty regularly, I'm hoping every day, we're going to talk about some cool stuff.